Is this thing on? No, I know it's on. Hi. So, the talk that I did earlier today is about the notion that what goes into our containers, we'll call it of frustration, anger, tolerance, that kind of a thing, is resentment. And the idea if one is going to buy into that notion that the cure for that is forgiveness. And, not because I say so, consider what resentment is, consider forgiveness, consider that the major spiritual traditions, as I understand it, have at the cornerstone the idea that forgiveness is going to help you be more at peace, kinder, less upset, all those good things. And then, well, what happens is, well, while they give that suggestion or direction to the masses, most people don't know how to go about the work of forgiveness. Fortunately, we live in a world of magic and miracles, one of which is the internet, and one can look up the strategies for forgiveness or go to TED Talks, for example, or to books. Just look for books on the topic. One of the things that came to my mind when I learned that the mind cannot hold opposing points of view at the same time, that if I were to think about whoever it is that has done me wrong in my past, and everything's in the past, right? But starting in my estimation, as far back as we can go, the idea is that I would hold that person in my imagination during meditation or just quiet, solitude, whatever, and think about them in white light and call that white light love, and then detach from any other outcome or any other thought, so that it wouldn't be that I love them, conditionally, or if they apologize, or I want to forgive them, but still I hope bad things happen to them. That no, it's just the idea that I don't know what anybody else's path is, and perhaps they are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing on their journey, and that how I feel about whatever they're doing, including, like, let's say, for example, I had a sense of abandonment, and this started with my mother, and the notion was that, she didn't go about her business traveling and disappearing on occasions because she hated me. She did it because that was something in her makeup that people commonly call wanderlust, that she just felt like the world or her life was going to be better around the next corner, and this drove her. And so whoever has done any of us harm, if we can try to just hold the notion of them in our minds and surround them in white light, call it love detached from the outcome, over time, it's not going to happen the first day. For some people that have done us wrong, the idea of doing it, period, for 5 seconds is crazy to a lot of people. And if we do some of this work over time, you'll feel it. So, I'm not suggesting that you do this for me. I'm suggesting that you consider doing it for you. Then developing compassion, which is, right in there in the same ballpark as forgiveness and love. And, Buddhism is big on this notion that if we can, find compassion for those people who we see are opposing us or harming us or whatever it happens to be, it's not likely that we're going to end up resenting them. And so whatever you can do to alleviate some of the resentment that you have inside of you or any of us, my recommendation is that you take it seriously and do some serious work with it. Now, some of these resentments that we have, I assure you, just simply because you're human and this is a human condition, have been so deeply buried and even forgotten that, it's like pulling apart the layers of the proverbial onion, and you might not remember that the third grade teacher made fun of you in front of class, and that makes it hard for you to want to go to school, or that the first boyfriend or girlfriend that you had, laughed at you or made fun of you, and that somehow is affecting your relationships. I mean, I'm not saying that this is going to be the end-all, be-all of mental health issues. I'm just saying there are all these little drops of stuff inside of us that go into ultimately filling up our container, and that it is worthwhile to do the work in trying to identify that. Now, one of the reasons I became a therapist is I know that therapy helps peel the onion, and you do it the way that you do it, and I'm saying that I think that doing therapy is a very, very solid approach, and not just saying that because I'm a therapist. So, in any case, my hope for you is that you consider the validity of what I'm talking about and do the work, because you're worth it. You will find that it is helpful. Bye.